What's going on, you guys? This is Trent here at Rexburg Motorsports, here to do another machine walk around with you. Now today I'm talking about two awesome bikes that we've got on our floor that you do not want to miss out on. We're going to talk about Husqvarna's 2020 250 and 125 two-stroke motocross bikes. So we've got the TC 125 over here and we've got the TC 250 over here. Now, if you're looking for something to break you out of that four-stroke mode that you've been in for the last few years and bring some excitement to your riding, both of these bikes are going to be the ticket. If you're a small bore guy, there's not a better bike in the class right now than this TC 125. If you're a big bore guy, the TC 250 is awesome. They both give you tons of punch, tons of excitement, and something that you really should add to your short list if you're looking to buy a bike coming this fall or spring for next season. Now, something cool about these bikes is Husqvarna has been making changes to this consistently over the years. It hasn't stayed stagnant. So every single time their four strokes have got a new frame, the 250s and the 125 two strokes have got the frame. Every time they've got new bodywork, the two strokes get the bodywork. So Husqvarna hasn't sat pat on their two strokes. They've continued to make them better. They've continued to progress this bike. So if you're looking for the epitome of modern two-stroke technology, this right here is it. These both come with the AER air fork. Now I know what you're thinking. Air forks suck. This right here is the air fork to make you believe in air forks. Really, truly, every single magazine raves about these things. Now the reason being, they're simple. If you've had air forks on past machines, you've had 2 to 3 chambers that you've always needed to pump up. They've changed during the moto because of the heat buildup. They've changed between rides, so you've had to check them every single time. Not with this fork. This fork has one air pressure that you need to set, and it's in a contained chamber. So it doesn't lose pressure. It doesn't build as the moto goes on, so it's not getting stiffer as you ride. So this is an air fork that you're going to love. In fact, most of the magazines talk about how you don't even need to check this every single time that you ride. I would still check it every now and then, but you don't have to check it every single time. You set these forks up, and they'll give you awesome, consistent performance. Now, a cool thing with these Husqvarnas is the chromoly frame. Now, the chromoly frame is the best of the best that Husqvarna's got. It's not several generations old. They get the new chromoly frame every time their four-stroke models get it. And the chromoly frame is an awesome advantage in 2 different things. The first one, maintenance. When you're doing a top end on one of these bikes, and there's so much room because the frame spars are so small. So you can get to everything, you can move everything around nice and easy. So when you're trying to get to the carburetor, when you're trying to do a top end, when you're trying to do an exhaust change, when you're doing anything on this bike, you can get to it way easier with these small chromoly frames. Now the other thing is in ride comfort. Chromoly has a better flex characteristics than aluminum. So when you're going through consecutive bumps, this bike is able to mold itself to its terrain and give you a better flex characteristics to give you more comfort as you're riding. So awesome frame technology. Out back on these bikes, you've got the WP Explorer shock, and it is a great shock, and it's sprung to fit you riders in between the 135 to 185 pound range. So in that window, you should be able to find a good sag setting to make sure that your handling is right on point and right what you need it to be. These bikes also come with some awesome premium features like Dunlop MX3S tires front and rear. So great premium tires come standard on these bikes. They give you tons of traction, give you great handling characteristics, and be gripping all day long. Now another thing they come with are awesome wheels. So you get polished cast hubs that look phenomenal, and then you get the DID Dirt Star wheels. And so they'll give you that confidence in the strength of these wheels to make sure that they're not going to blow up on you. Nobody wants to break or taco a wheel, right? DID will keep you from doing that. So let's move over to the 125 a little bit. So on this 125, Husqvarna has done some things that are phenomenal with this motor. So let's talk about this engine a little bit. Big thing that Husqvarna talks about with this motor is it weighs only 36 pounds. That is so light. With that 36-pound motor, it's swinging way above the belt. It pumps out 38 horsepower. So if you kind of think about this bike, it's got a super, super lightweight motor. It's making tons of horsepower, tons of power, and it's not like the 125s of old. Old 125s, if you weren't on the clutch or if you weren't revving it out, you weren't going anywhere. This Husqvarna 125 has enough bottom end grunt to keep itself out of its own way when you do make a mistake, and so it'll get you on that pipe quicker. It'll get you going faster if you have made a mistake. But when you're on the pipe, man, this thing rails. There is not a funner bike to hold that throttle all the way to the stop on all of the time. It'll give you that confidence to really wick it on early and keep it on the whole straightaway. With this bike, it does come in at a super, super lightweight. Husqvarna says without fuel, but with all your oils and everything else, this bike's weighing in at 193 pounds. Now think about that. A 250F is sitting at, you're looking at 220 to 230 pounds, the majority of them. Now, with this being almost 30 pounds lighter, you're going to be throwing this thing around like a mountain bike. So as you go through your moto or as you're whipping it around the tight trails, it's going to tire you out less because there's less of a bike to fight you. And also, it makes this power to weight ratio go through the roof. 193 pounds, 38 horsepower. 250Fs, you're 227 pounds, 42 horsepower. So you got more power on a 250F, but you got a lot more weight. So if you're looking for a lightweight feeling machine that you can just throw around all day long, this 125 is going to be the ticket. Now, a cool thing on this 125 is the hydraulic clutch. It comes from a gear on the Husqvarna line, and they are buttery smooth. So if you do make that mistake, you're a gear high or something like that, you can work that clutch. It's not going to fade. It's not going to be inconsistent. So you can modulate that power however you need and manipulate that to do what you want. It does come with an awesome looking plated exhaust system. So you've got that awesome aftermarket look stock. Now another cool thing that you've got with this 125 two-stroke is the airbox. The quick access airbox is phenomenal. I'll pull that cover off when we get to the 250 two-stroke to show you that air filter and nice stuff like that. They come standard with twin air filters. They come standard with ODI grips, pro taper bars. Man, this thing, if you're looking for a premium small bore screamer, there's nothing funner than the TC 125. So, if you're looking to break away from the 250F, if you're looking to move up from an 85 or Super Mini, this is going to be an awesome option for you. Super lightweight, plenty of competitive power, and man, fun factor again, 125s, you hold it wicked all the time, fun factor's through the roof. Now with the 250 two-stroke, this is going to be a machine that if you're still a sand duner, if you like to do the steep and deep, this is going to give you that awesome power that you're looking for to keep doing that. Now this bike weighs in at 212 pounds with no fuel. So you think about this, if you're coming from a 450 four-stroke, 230, 240 pounds, 212 pounds is going to be like throwing around a pillow. This thing is going to give you that super lightweight feel, but a lot more power than that 125. This bike is producing right about 46 horsepower, but this motor is known for having that low to mid-range punch. It still revs out awesome and gives you a great top end, but low to mid, this thing is going to have the snap to give you plenty of instant power to snap you up on top of the sand or to snap you out of a corner. So if you're looking for a motor that's going to give you that fun factor and that excitement of almost scaring you, this is the bike. Motocross Action this last year, when they tested the 2019 version of this, said that it was almost too powerful. They said a lot of their work was to almost tone it down for the track. Now we're at higher elevations here, and so that hit and that bark is going to be more than welcome here. So it's going to be awesome for what you're looking for if you do still ride the sand dunes, if you still ride a lot of the tight trails that you need a little bit more than the 125 will offer you. Now with this weighing in at 212 pounds, that's even lighter than all of the 250Fs that are in the market. So 250F weight is going to be a little bit more than this. a lot of it if you're on the Japanese 250F, but it's going to give you that snap, that instant torque that you're looking for. You still get the premium Magura clutch, Pro Taper bars, ODI grips, Dirt Star wheels. Now, one thing that I'll show you, I talked about it on the 125, is this quick access air box. Check this out. So on the back here, you'll pull up and you've just got 3 snaps, and then it'll slide forward. So right there is that premium twin air filter, and these things are dummy proof. They've got an awesome sealable lip, and then they've got 2 prongs that you pull off to get this air filter off. So doing air filter maintenance is super easy on this bike, and that goes for that 125 as well. Come and check these premium 2-strokes out here at Rexburg Motorsports. We'd love to show you these bikes. These 125s and these 250s will give you all the fun that you're looking for this summer when you're riding. Thanks so much for watching these videos. Sure do appreciate it, and if you get a chance, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'd love to show you more of the content that we've got coming out. But thanks again, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.